Something's brewing behind the scenes in Atlanta, and it's not just about missed opportunities or close games. There's tension in the locker room, pressure building on the sidelines, and a growing disconnect that's starting to spill onto the field. Fans are noticing. The numbers don't lie, and what was supposed to be a season of promise is starting to feel like a slow unraveling. But the question is, where exactly is the problem coming from? And more importantly, how much longer can this continue before major changes are forced to happen? Let's delve deeper into this. But first, click the like button and if possible, comment, rise up. Michael Penix Jr. is trending towards starting this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, and while that's not confirmed yet, everything seems to be lining up for him to take the field. Offensive coordinator Zach Robinson sounded optimistic, saying he's very excited about where Penix is in terms of development and injury recovery. More importantly, he said something that really stood out. We feel like we have a chance every Sunday or Monday when he is at the switch. That kind of statement shows a strong level of trust between coach and quarterback, and it's encouraging to see that alignment. But while that part of the picture is clear, the offense as a whole remains a frustrating puzzle for Falcons fans. When Penix spoke about the San Francisco 49ers game and the offense more broadly, he admitted the obvious. The Falcons are struggling. He said they were in that game till the end, but he's not satisfied. I look at our wins since I've been starting and I don't like it, he said. He called out the need to finish drives and execute in the red zone. That awareness is refreshing. And it's clear Penix isn't just going through the motions. He wants more, and he knows they should be producing more. The problem is, it's not just about effort or desire. The Falcons' offense is just not built to explode right now. The lack of explosive plays is alarming. Atlanta ranks 19th in the NFL in explosive play rate at 5.4%, which is mediocre at best. Considering that Penix's biggest strength at Washington was his deep ball, it's baffling that the Falcons haven't been leaning into that more. He can make those throws. We've heard it all offseason. We've seen flashes. But it's not consistent, and that falls on more than just the quarterback. Yes, Penix misses some, but Robinson isn't dialing up enough shots, and outside of Drake London, the Falcons simply don't have dynamic deep threats to stretch the field consistently. That brings us to the play calling and offensive design, which has become a lightning rod for criticism, and rightfully so. The most glaring stat of the week? The Falcons are dead last in the NFL in play-action usage at 9.7%. That's an inexcusable number when you've got Bijan Robinson in the backfield, arguably the most talented running back in the league. How do you not lean into that? Play-action is supposed to be a weapon when you've got a dominant runner. Look at the top 5 teams in play-action rate. The Rams, Colts, Cowboys, Broncos, and Bears. What do they all have in common? Either strong records, efficient offenses, or both. They're pushing the ball downfield and scoring points, largely because they utilize play-action. The Falcons? They're running it like it's a formality, not a strategic tool. Take a snapshot from the 49ers game, literally. There's a play-action pass where Penix doesn't even fake the handoff. He just spins around, and the edge rusher is in his face instantly. That's not execution. That's design. That's on Robinson. And that's where this story gets uncomfortable. Zach Robinson is skating by, and it's not because of great coaching, it's because of Bijan Robinson's sheer talent. Outside of that, this offense has been painfully average. The silver lining? Miami's defense is terrible. Statistically, the Falcons beat them in almost every category: total offense, passing offense, rushing offense, sacks allowed, third down conversion. The only place Miami has the edge is scoring offense. That's right. The Falcons move the ball well, but can't punch it in. Classic red zone woes. It's the kind of matchup where Atlanta should dominate. Should. But fans aren't buying into should anymore. They need to see results. And honestly, if the Falcons can't score points against this Dolphins defense, it's time for real questions. This Miami defense is Swiss cheese. They're one of the worst units in the league. The only team with a worse EPA is the Dallas Cowboys. If Atlanta can't find rhythm here, can't take control, impose their will, and walk away with a convincing win, then yes, it's officially time to hit the panic button. Robinson's play calling has made things harder than they need to be. It's not just fans who see it. Media sees it. The players see it. Even Penix himself talked about the need to finish drives. The offense isn't fooling anyone. There's no creativity. The Falcons are predictable, and it's hurting them when it matters most. Red zone execution is one thing, but when your offensive identity is unclear and your best weapons aren't being fully utilized, you get the kind of inconsistency that's plagued this team all season. There's also a disturbing trend with how Robinson handles criticism. When asked about his play calling, especially out of the pistol formation, he got defensive. He brushed it off, said things like it's the same thing every week, and seemed to contradict himself, talking about versatility one minute and then admitting there's nothing different the next. That kind of double talk doesn't inspire confidence. What's most alarming is that despite entering Sunday Night Football ranked second in the NFL in total offensive yardage, the Falcons are still a bottom 5 scoring team. They average just 18.3 points per game, worse than the Bengals, the Jets, and yes, even the Dolphins. That's mind-blowing. It's not a yardage issue. It's a coaching and execution issue in the red zone, and it's what's keeping this team from taking that next step. So now, all eyes are on this Sunday. It's not just about winning, it's about how they win. This is the softest matchup left on the schedule. No excuses. A dominant performance here could be the launchpad for a real run. A lackluster one? It could push Zach Robinson even closer to the door. What do you think, Falcons fans? Should this be the final test for Zach Robinson? Is his seat hotter than ever right now? Let me know your thoughts below. Because if we're being honest, the Falcons' offensive struggles go far beyond just execution, they're structural. And that brings us back to Zach Robinson. When he's questioned about why the offense isn't producing, he responds with vague, obvious statements like, "We can't afford to have these games where we're just not getting any points." Really? That's your takeaway after getting shut down twice in critical games? That's not strategy. That's common sense. It's the kind of empty statement that tells you everything about where this offensive staff is right now, scrambling for answers, leaning on cliches, and avoiding accountability. And let's not forget, the fans see it. The media sees it. And it's not just frustration, it's fear that this offense is wasting a very real opportunity. Because this defense, this roster, it's built to win now. And if Robinson keeps running this pistol look that doesn't feature Bijan properly, if he keeps ignoring play action despite the tools in the backfield, then he's doing more harm than good. You can't run the same looks every week and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity. The most damning stat is this: the Falcons were second in total yards heading into Sunday Night Football, but now they're bottom 5 in scoring. That disconnect is not on Penix. It's on how this offense is being managed and finished. And if Robinson isn't willing to adjust, even now, with pressure rising and the playoffs still within reach, then what are we doing here? This Sunday isn't just another game. It's a referendum. If the Falcons come out flat, if they fail to score against one of the worst defenses in the NFL, it's more than just a missed opportunity, it's a fireable offense. So I'll leave it to you. Do you think Zach Robinson deserves to keep calling plays if things don't change this weekend? Let me know in the comments, and if you're new around here, hit subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to click on the next video on the screen. Go Falcons!